what's going on, live fam? Damn, Beatz is going. Let's go. Yo, 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 yo. How we doing? Alright, shut up. No. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Today we're going to be cooking up and making some kicks. I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite plugins that I like to use for sound design when I'm getting the extra crunchy kicks. And if you haven't seen it yet, the last video that we dropped, we made the kick that we're going to be using today in this video. So that kick is going to be a starting point, and then I'm going to show you my favorite plugins to use to mix it even further and to make this thing hit. And you can turn one kick into like 10, 15, or as many as you really want. You can keep going with this shit. It's so fun. But I'm excited to share all that sauce with you guys, so I hope you're ready as well. Let me show you guys the kick. This is the kick from the video. So we mixed it a little bit in that video. So if you guys want to see how we made this sound, am I blocking it too? No, I'm not. Perfect. If you guys want to see how we made this sound, you can check out the last video on making kicks in Serum. So today we're taking that kick and we're going overtime on that bitch. Let's hear this really quick because we're going to open a different project. Yeah, that's fire. Okay, that beat came out fire. I made a couple beats the other day. That was one of them. And the 808s are obviously smacking. How's it going, fam? How's everybody doing? Let me know in the chat. Also, let me know in the chat whether you're commenting below, watching this later, or if you're in here right now, what are your favorite sound design plugins? What do you like to use? And if you have any like secret sauce, any tricks, here's some things that I like to do. There's a couple plugins I'm going to show you guys. You could also combine kicks with different samples, like open hats or things that have like tones, really nice tones in them to make them even fatter. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say for now, but we're going to get into the craziness. Let me know what you guys do. All right, let's take a listen to this. This is another beat that I created that same day. Super simple. Going with the piano vibes too. And this kick is the one that I just showed you. So this is the same exact kick. All I did here was turn it up 4 dB. And I did a frequency cut at 5K, but it definitely does a little bit, but we're not going to have that on. I just wanted that for the mix because we're going to be going crazy with this thing. So what I would recommend, especially if you're going crazy, making some kicks, sound design in general, hopefully you have a project or a beat that you created recently that you can sound design in, because it's really nice to actually have like a MIDI pattern so you can hear what it sounds like in context whenever you need to. Like, obviously when you're creating the sounds, you're going to be soloing it, just listening to it, but at a certain point, your ears start to fool you, so got to make sure it actually works in there. All right, cool. So we have a good starting point. One plugin I want to right off the bat. In fact, let's go ahead and solo maybe this in the bass just so we have a little sick. So one plugin right off the bat that I love is Texture. Holy smokes. This one's a newer plugin for me. Oh, damn, it expired. Dude, I have Splice open right now. What are you doing? I have a rent to own, all right? Don't hold me on it. Rent to own on this Texture plugin. Let me make sure my Splice is logged in. All right, we're good. Boom. All right, now it should work. Here we go. So right off the bat, it's adding noise. So this right here is a plugin that you can just add all different kinds of noises. And what's really cool about this one is they have so many things stocked and loaded in here for you to play around with and go crazy. You can hear by default, we have digital white noise. In fact, we'll solo the kick for this so it doesn't get confusing. And in fact, if you wanted it to just play straight through, you could just turn this all down. Maybe a little attack though. That's sick. And And you'll see like all of these have like a different setting on here too. That's why this plugin's so fire. So you might be like, that's fire already. Hell yeah. And what you can do too, before you actually like commit it and freeze it, you can even EQ the texture in here. That's what's sick about this. So you could turn on like, let's say there's a little too much in the high end, right? And this is very similar to like Fab Filter. That's why I love this thing. Okay. In fact, you can just drag it around if you want. Yeah, sick. So I like to come in here and do that really quick before I finish the day, right? Call it a day. But you can get into some modulation. There's LFOs. You can EQ the original signal if you want to do that too. And this plugin just goes hard. And you can even drag in your own samples, which maybe we'll do that today, actually. But yeah, you can go through these. A lot of them are going to sound fire, but you know what's crazy? I was playing with some of these synth tones the other day, especially on kicks. Ooh, it was crazy. Okay, maybe not that one. Let me double check the stream and make sure everything's loaded. What's good, everybody? All right, sick. All right, so obviously the pitch is going to be huge. That sounds fire. And you can play with the gain over here too, because obviously that's super loud. See, that sounds fire to me. So now I'm ready to actually like, we're going to save that because we're going to be saving all the versions. Anything we think sounds cool, we're saving. In fact, I might not even cut it at all. I kind of like how it's sounding. You can also do a mix as well if you want to get even more precise with it, or you can lock it. Oh, is this the version that was like expired or whatever? Okay. Turn that one off. Let's also grab a saturator. Let's grab Ableton's built-in saturator here. I'm going to turn this down a little bit too. So we're feeding quite a bit in here. All right, do we have this on C? Yeah, okay, cool, because I definitely want to render that out. Set this to resampling. Cool, we have a version of something here. Let's put this on a different audio lane. We'll turn that off for now. Well, we'll leave that on. All right, let's play this some more. And then you can go in here and just, yeah, which ones do you like? I actually might like that more turned up too. See, that's the thing. It's hard to know until you can hear it back in context. So you could just save another version. And that's a cool thing about setting it up like this. It's so quick, right? Now we go in here, change something, go back, hit record. That's fire. Almost sounds like a voice or something. That's wild. We'll take it. What do we have? Should we match it? 7.7 and 7.7? Just for the fucks? Hold up. Hold the fuck up. That sounds good right there, honestly. That sounds cool. Let's get a couple more really quick. Let's see if we can get any like higher tones. Let's put the pitch up. So that's fire, and you might notice that some of these textures, or when you're combining samples together, the width, right? There might be width on one that you don't want on the other, or you might not want the width in the final result. So one thing you can do is put a utility on the overall signal and mono it. Otherwise, what you could do is you could like take this channel and just mono this, and then you can add it from there. So there's two options. You can hear it's going to sound completely different now. I don't really like that. That almost sounds like a drum. That's different. It almost sounds like a real life kick drum on a drum set. Like you got like a blanket in the bass. That's cool. Let's see what else we have here. There's so much. Like if you haven't checked out this plugin, it's crazy. Okay, we got SFX Crowds Foley Mechanical Small Motor. Interesting. That's interesting. Let's try playing with this on this one. Wait a second. Hold up. Also cutting the lows out of this. Now you want to go back and definitely play with the gain too. There you go, and you don't even have to close texture, you could just do it like that. Okay, so I'll pull that over there. And yeah, you can see how you can just come up with so many different ideas with this. You could also just turn that off. Let's see what we got. Let's take a look at some of the other ones. Bass, interesting. I don't know if I've gone through these. Beats. It does add some like bass tone. What if we put this down 12? Probably won't hear it as well on a kit because it's so short, but interesting. That'd be cool on some basses. Digital noise. How about electrical noise? Tape noise, Gibson hum. Could be really good for like boom bap drums and stuff too. I like that. Can we clear this? Is there a way to clear it? I don't know. Could just turn some of this off. And yeah, obviously I'm taking the gain and going crazy with most of these that we've done today, but you can do subtle things too. Doesn't always have to be insane. All right, we definitely got a couple here, so this is looking cool. Let's consolidate. I'm gonna get them all to 0. Yeah, that second one. I'm glad we did the first. Okay. Sometimes you got to do both just to... Yeah, these are insane. So some of these might sound like shit in context. Some of them might be awesome, and that's why you save all the versions and you try everything. Because you might even just further refine one of these and turn it into something else, or you might shorten it. Okay, cool. Those actually came together really well. Let's make sure they're all around 0, pretty much. Let's pull this down though. Yeah. Cool. We gotta try him in this beat though. Okay, so let's turn this off. Turn that off for now. What do we have this at? Okay, cool. It's set at 0 right now. Let's try this first one. Also, the samples that we added are going to add a lot of high end, so even just, you could even just use the filter right here on Simpler. I've been using this way more, just for a little clean up, huh? That's why it says clean, because it just cleans it up a bit. You get the idea. Let's try this next one too. That one's fire. See, there's one good one. That one for sure is fire. We're gonna change the color on that one to red. Actually, no, we'll change it to green. These ones should be red because they're They're So, but this is why we do this shit. Oh, is it because this is turned on? Let's see what else we got here. Interesting. Let's go back to the original. Yeah. It changes up the vibe. It still sounds really good, so that could be definitely a banger. Let's try this next one. What the fuck? Yeah, if we just cut the frequency on that one, that'll sound fire. I was gonna say, it sounds kind of cool. Okay, so, you know, we got to further iterate some of these and go over, mix them a little bit more, but we're getting somewhere. Let's see how this last one is. This is the drum sounding one. Yeah, so that one could work. Could put that in yellow. But anyways, there you go. We labeled some of these. These sound a little bit better. So these are the ones that we'd go further with. And these ones you could save them maybe for backup. But yeah, they're a little too crazy in my opinion. But here's what the good ones are sounding like. And this one has a lot of width on it. So you could put the utility on there. We didn't put it on when we first created it. That's why it's like that. The heck is that? Sounds crazy. Yeah, let's go from here. So you could use the filter down here for quick little things, but if we're actually going to dial it in and make some kick sounds, you want to make sure you're getting the preciseness. Let's see. Another plugin that's fire is Decimort. So let's put this on and see. Let's check it out. This is like a bit crushing plugin. It's good for draining the quality on your samples. Holy shaft. Alright, maybe not that one. Let's check something else out. Sounds completely different, but that sounds good right there. Let's actually, we'll go ahead and resample that motherfucker. Oh yeah, we probably want to solo the kick though, right? Here we go. That one sounds cool. Let's put it here. What else sounds good here? That's hard. See? The fuck? Bet your ass we gotta get that one. That one is fucking wrangled, son. Alright, let's hear what else we can do with this fucker. Here's the before and after. Let's hear. I want to hear what this sounds like. It really didn't do that much. Well, if we look at the waveform though, it definitely sounds fatter in the mix. So that's cool. A little fatty. A little fat one. What else we got? Perfect cut. It's like it just put a filter on there. Damn that. Oh, that's adding some cool tones. Sick. Okay. There's some dope plugins. What other ones here? So there's obviously plugins that you can use to mix it down further. You can compress it. So let's this is the one that I just go to every single time. The UAD DBX. If I'm trying to form the shape of it, the belly of the kick, every single time. I mean, I might use this on my kick in every single beat, to be honest, just to push it one way or another a little bit further. We'll grab this one. Where the hell is... Okay, there we go. Damn, that thing's tiny, huh? Huh? You can hear the transient will peek out a bit more here versus down here. It does get louder as you go back though. That damn sound. Did we use this one? Hold on, let's try this one. There we go. Okay. See how more aggressive that is now? Okay, hold up. You can hear just the punch of that kick comes out so much more after using this. So I like to use this on every single kick. Now, the amount and how much of the compression and everything I'm doing is going to depend on the beat. You know, the BPM is going to do a lot, like how fast is it in the beat and how long do I want it to stand out and drown out everything else. So that'll be a case-by-case thing. But yeah, for sound designing, you could just add a little bit of a belly to it like that. And you could apply it to everything if you'd like. But look at some of these are completely different lengths. So you'd want to really go through and try them out. Let's see how this sounds in context. Let's turn it up a bit too. That's what I like to use for my compression and kind of getting everything together. The UAD SPL too sounds really good for transient if you want to just boost the transient. Here we go. That little bit does a lot in context. Now, Ableton Saturator is fire, but I don't know if I pulled this one up yet. Newfangled Audio Saturator. This is my go-to soft clipper saturator plugin. And you can change the shape if you want it to be more of a hard curve or a soft curve right here. Got your drive. I don't know. The detail preservation in this thing, it sounds the best. It like maintains more of the sound. You can push this thing even further, I've noticed, than other ones. That freaking kick is so fun. Did all these have that? Oh wait, here we go. This one. I kind of want to hear what that one sounds like too. With all the effects that we just put on. Let's see. Whoop. Oh, CPU's going crazy. Must be getting hot in the room. Damn. that's fire. What was this last one? Yeah. Okay, really quick before we jump out of here, I want to show you guys how you can combine samples as well. But I'm gonna have to turn on this AC for a second, so you ain't gonna hear me for a minute. But you're gonna see exactly what I'm doing here. I think we cooled the room down just enough time to get in. One more little demo. This shit is hilarious. Yeah, some of these I just did for the fuck of it, like this one. That's gonna be hilarious. I can't wait to hear what that sounds like. Let's set this all back to 0. Put all these back, which you could still use all this again, further refining it. If you want to bring out more of the kick, more of the body of it using DBX or... This one's crazy. There's not... Yeah, that one got nuts. Damn, what were we thinking with that one? That one could be a perk, not a kick. Let's see what this is. That one's a little better. What do we got for this? Okay, this is the one. Ready? Almost like it'd be funny to leave on the rest of that tail and have it play like every other, like on this third hit, maybe it plays the full tail. Damn. That's the sample trick, how you can add a sample. The real trick to that is finding a sample that sounds good with it, right? You know, it works really well, these triangles, especially for getting that harsh or that high tone with it. Let's try this one really quick. Wait. Let's get the utility on it because I can already hear util. Got a spell though. And let's grab the original kick again. Kick. You can always shorten the kick afterwards, right? You want to leave the tail on it just to have that option at the end. Let's resample this again. Yeah, okay. Looks crazy. Could set this back to no input. Let's get that saturator on there. And we'll get an Ableton EQ as well. That medium curve is sounding fire. Damn, a lot going on there. Hear it in context. Alright. So what we can do is we can freeze it. Oh. We'll take this. We'll cut this because we don't want to commit that yet until we can hear it. Bounce it in place. We'll throw it in here. And we'll put the EQ here as well. Boom. So quiet. Oh, we got this filter on, that's why. There you go. That's how you can add samples to your kicks. Those are some of my favorite plugins to use for sound design. Texture is just absolute banger. I mean, there's so many good plugins you can use for sound design. Those are just some of the ones I use the most often, especially when I'm making my kicks and stuff, because got to keep those babies in check too. You want to make sure you're not fucking up all of the frequencies in there. So yeah, try those out. Let me know in the comments which are your favorite plugins to use for sound designing kicks. And what am I missing here, huh? Is there any sauce that I didn't include that you guys know about? Let us know in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. We're going to catch you guys again in the next one. Peace out.